Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. In this video, we will discuss two examples related to the voltage loss because of the source inductance and the recovery time of the diode. So, a three-phase bridge rectifier is connected with Y-configured transformer, as you can see in this figure. The secondary of the input transformer is Y-configured and the line voltage is 208 volt. The frequency is 60 Hz and the average load current is 60 ampere, and there is no ripple in the output voltage waveform. So we are supposed to calculate the voltage reduction because of the line inductance, and that inductance is of 0.5 millihenry. So these inductances will be affecting the voltage at the load terminal, as we discussed in the last video. So line voltage is 208 volt. First of all, we are going to calculate the phase voltage by dividing it by under root 3. So phase voltage, that is between these 2 points, that will be equal to 120 volt. And if we look at the peak voltage, we will have to multiply this RMS voltage with under root 2 to get the peak voltage. So that is 169.7 volt. Now we have already discussed the three-phase rectifier provides this voltage at the output, that is 303 Vm by pi, that is 1.654 times Vm, where Vm is the peak value of the phase voltage. So now using this one, in this expression we can find out the net DC voltage that will be available, and that is 280.7 volt at this point if we do not consider the loss because of the line inductance. In the last video, we derived expression for the voltage loss calculation. So voltage loss is 6 into frequency into the line inductance into the change of the current, and that is 60 ampere in this case. So now if we calculate the voltage loss because of the presence of these line inductances, so that will be equal to 6 into 60 into 0.5 millihenry into 60 ampere, the change of the current from 0 to 60 ampere over here. So 10.8 volt will be lost because of the presence of the line inductance. So what will be the effective output voltage? In the case of no loss, the output voltage is 280.7 volt, 10.8 volt is the loss. So if we take the difference of these two, net output voltage will be 269.9 volt if we have the line inductance affecting the load voltages. And if we calculate in terms of percentage, 10.8 volt is lost out of 280.7, so it is 3.85% loss. So because of the presence of the line inductance, 3.85% voltage will be lost. Higher the line inductance, more will be the voltage loss, because you can see the voltage loss is directly proportional to the line inductance. Higher the current, the voltage loss will increase, and if you increase frequency, the voltage loss will further increase. Okay, now let's look at the effect of the recovery time, reverse recovery time of the diode. We have already discussed the operation of the full wave rectifier, so that is shown over here. If you have the single phase bridge circuit and if you have the resistive load, if you apply sinusoidal voltage, you will be getting the full wave rectified at the output. Okay, so if we assume that the diode is immediately turned off right at the zero crossing of the voltage, when the anode voltage is going to become negative with respect to the cathode, then the output voltage will be like this, and there will be no loss of the voltage. But your diode takes certain time to get reverse bias, and because of the presence of the mobility carriers in the diode structure, even you have applied the negative voltage at the anode with respect to the cathode, the diode keeps on conducting. So the time up to which it is going to, the time which is taken by the diode to completely stop the conduction once the anode voltage is going to become negative with respect to the cathode, that is said to be the reverse recovery time. And during that time, the diode is conducting, there is certain flow of the current, so the voltage that is at the anode, that will be appearing at the load as well. If we consider this circuit, so even though this anode voltage has become negative with respect to the cathode, but your diode is conducting, so that's why this negative voltage is appearing across the load. So load will be experiencing some portion of this negative voltage, right, and that is going to cancel out some portion of the positive part, right. So net effect will be the loss of the voltage. So now we are going to calculate the effect of that voltage, effect of the reverse recovery time over the voltage. So now we integrate and we look at the area that is covered by this portion of the waveform, that is because of the recovery time. So let's suppose that Vx is the loss of the voltage. So it will appear twice in one cycle of the supply across the load. This voltage loss will be there. So integrating Vm sine of omega t, that is representing this waveform, sinusoidal waveform at the output, and we are going to integrate it from 0 to TRR, that is from this point till this point, and we are going to multiply it by 2 to get the total effect of this reverse recovery time of the diode in one supply cycle, and to get the average we are going to divide it by T. So if you simplify this one, so you will be getting this expression that will be giving you the loss of the voltage because of the recovery time TRR. Usually the recovery time of your diode is very small, usually in the order of few, it is less than 1 microsecond for most of the diode. Now let's take an example and we see that how much voltage will be lost. Suppose that the input is 120 volt RMS and the recovery time of the diode is 50 microsecond, and let's determine the effect of recovery loss, TRR loss at 200 Hz and the 60 Hz. So first of all, let's take the 200 Hz frequency. So using this expression, the voltage loss can be calculated, and that will be equal to 0.061 into Vm, but taking the frequency equal to 60 Hz. This is 2 pi f, that is equal to omega, and then multiplying it with TRR, you will get this term, and simplifying in terms of Vm, so you will be getting 0.061 into Vm, that is the voltage loss. So if you calculate it using the values which are given, that is 120 volt RMS, to get the peak value multiplied with under root 2, so you will be getting 10.35 volt as the voltage loss. So if you do not have any loss, then what is the DC output voltage of this rectifier? That is 2 Vm by pi, because it's a single phase bridge rectifier. So 2 into 120 into under root 2 divided by pi, so this will be 108.04 volt. But out of this, because of the recovery time, you are losing 10.35 volts. So if we talk in terms of percentage, so 9.58% voltage is lost. So you will be getting about 92 volt at the output of your rectifier, approximately 92 volt. About 10.35 volt will be lost because of the recovery time, the time taken by a diode to get fully reverse biased or to stop the conduction when you have reverse biased by applying the negative voltage at the anode, right? So some conduction is there, some flow of current is there, and because of that the voltage at A is appearing across the load terminal, voltage of the anode is appearing across the load terminal, right, after 0.7 volt voltage drop in the case of the practical diodes. Now if we calculate the recovery loss, TRR loss at the 60 Hz frequency, so again using the same expression, but now 2 pi f TRR will be modified. This is 60, recovery time is, let's suppose, 50 microsecond. So the voltage loss is very small, that is 5.65 into 10 raised to power minus 5 into Vm, so that is only 9.6 millivolt if you consider the value of the supply voltage. So the DC voltage in the absence of the loss was 108.04 volt, and the loss is very small, that is 9.6 millivolt. So that is, in terms of percentage, is simply 8.88 millipercent, or now 10 raised to power minus 3%. It's a very small loss. Why it's a small loss? Because if you consider the 60 Hz, you have the sufficient time of this supply cycle, that is around about if you talk about the total time period, is 16.667 millisecond, right? So out of that there is the voltage loss only in the portion of the 50 microsecond, right? But if you have the frequency of 2 kilohertz, so the time period is very small, right? So the 2000 inverse will give you about 500 microsecond, right? So 1 by 2000 hertz, that is equal to 500 microsecond. So out of that 500 microsecond, the recovery time is 50 microsecond, right? 50 microsecond over here and the 50 microsecond over here. It means 100 microsecond is the time, that is a significant portion of the time period of the 200 hertz 2000 hertz frequency. That's why there was a significant voltage loss in the case of the 200 hertz frequency, right? But in the case of 60 hertz frequency, as 100 microsecond is very small as compared to 16.66 millisecond, right? So that's why the effect of the recovery time was very small. So at higher frequency, the reverse recovery time is very important to be considered, because it is of a significant portion of your time period, so it will affect the output voltage of your rectified circuit. So if I conclude this video, we have discussed the effect of recovery time of the diode, and we have seen an example, two examples for the effect of source inductance and the recovery time over the output voltage of your rectified circuits. So that's all from this video. Thank you very much.